Green light is on. I will get the stuff ready. Okay, it says it's scheduled. I don't know why it says that. Okay, we're going. Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to work more on the comic, basically. I don't want to name drop it just yet. So that's what we worked on before, but this is just a color reference to figure out, the colors for the characters and stuff. Because all three are going to be on this next page. What we're working on is this. So, just need to decide how I'm going to actually do this. So yeah, this shouldn't be, I don't think, too much work. It's a lot of side profile stuff. I think for the top one, we can do kind of like a brooding effect because they are slightly scared still. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to try something and see what happens. That's just our motto, eh? So, yes, I am aware of this, but that's because there's a thing that goes there, a panel. So, yeah, I think we just start on one panel, work our way around. Let's see, we need to go to panel 1. I need to be underneath. And I need to get probably, let's do Brito's colors first. So we're going to go back here. We're going to grab a little bit of color. Simple enough. And just start adding some base colors, I guess. Because I already know I don't want the background to be just the seat. I want it to kind of be something a little bit more like it implies something. And I think I know exactly what I'm going to do for it, but yeah, we have to. Let's do base colors first because considering how it's layered and how layering works, yeah, it won't work. It won't work out very well if I just were to add it now. That's the thing about art. You got to really take your time. I had to take a break yesterday because, yeah, I could feel exhaustion kicking in. But I have finished chapter 1 of the other one that I'm working on. So yeah, it will. I'll take. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that time off of that to focus on this. Because I do want to get this out before probably. I'm going to try for maybe mid or late this month. It all depends on how things go. But for now, we're just going to focus on getting what needs to be done, basically done. Hopefully we don't have to do any, like, panel work or anything like that. I can already see it's doing it, but the only reason we did that last time is because, well, we had to make it look like not everything was, like, culminating with one another. I've definitely taken into account for that in the future, so I'll definitely be more mindful of that. And doing the other one at the same time has also really taught me a few things on how to do certain stuff and all that. Oh, I see that. I see some spots that did not get connected. Okay, we can fix that real quick. That's not that difficult. So we just go. No. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work enough. It'll work enough. Right. Sometimes you just miss these things. And they are very easy to miss. I hope it's on the opposite side too. That probably implies I was a little exhausted that day. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, now the skin color. Because we've got her hair, now we just need her skin. This is literally just a game of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just gonna make sure I get this all correct. Gonna cover that up so that don't look like it's just sitting there. Whoa. Something like that. Ears. Okay, a little bit more darker for the inside of the ear. Might be a little too contrasty. Yep. Try something a little bit more dark than that. There we go. Okay, now her eyeballs. So far, everyone's having a great morning with their families and all that stuff. Oh, that's a problem, actually. Oh, never mind. We've got kind of, sort of, some stuff here. I might just have to guesstimate here. It's not like the eyeball is a huge detail. As long as I have the main details, that's all that really matters. Too dark. There we go. That's more Brina's color. Okay, a little bit more darker than that for the midpoint. Yep, those look like eyeballs. All right, now the white area, which is the trickier part. We're just going to grab from this panel because it's basically the same exact eye color. Just double check I'm not doing anything wrong. Nope. But I can see what's happening down here, so let me just see if I can fix that up a little bit. It's okay if a little bit gets erased, it's not that big of a deal. Just can't make it look like it's smushing. Okay, now we just gotta do the opposite side, which is pretty simplified because what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the skin color because hers and Layla's skin are the same exact color. We're just gonna fill in the gaps for Layla. I might have to do this little trick though because I can't really see that good. The fuck? Oh. Wait, what? I'm confused. Hang on a second. Oh, that's why. Yeah, because I had to make a little fix this morning. Or not. Okay, we're just going to have to do her hair first then. So her hair is like a light gray, but that's pretty easy to do. Especially when you have a color reference. Okay. Oops. Double check I'm on the right layer before I do anything. Okay, I'm not really sure what kind of shading effect I'm going to do here. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Maybe I might do something like what I've been doing with the other one, and more like just like straight, like base colors and really not much else. Because I've really learned you don't really have to put as much. What in the flip was I thinking here? Oh no, I think I know what I'm thinking here. No, well, it's not that big of a deal. I've learned that you really don't have to put a ton of effort into style like this because, well, for certain panels, I should say, you really don't have to put that much work into it. Like if you, unless you were like if you were doing a full-fledged drawing of like a character, then yeah, you would have to put some effort in. Yeah, that's not right. Oh, that'll bug me. Her forehead is massive. Now that I look at it. Oh well, it'll work. It's there for like 5 seconds anyways. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, I can't even tell. Ooh. Yeah, that might be an issue. I'm just gonna put it down here just in case. That's the thing with working with like very light colors. It's really hard to tell sometimes where your color is and where it is not. Like I can barely subtly tell that there's something there, but it is very, very, very obscure. There is nothing there. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. Back to where we were. That's just straight at the top. That'll work. That'll work. Now I can actually tell what I'm coloring in, so that's good. Oh, right that little slot. That's the trick with coloring and shading sometimes, is that the colors are really hard to determine. Just double check I didn't miss anything. Minus the inside of the ear, and that little smidgen of hair right there. Nope, darker than that. Is that a little too dark? Well, guess we'll find out here in just a second. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, now I gotta get this back into order. Okay, so now I just gotta go dark for the horns. Okay, maybe not that dark. Yeah, that seems okay. Okay, Layla's eyes are very, very dark. Because they're red. Probably she can't see her pupil. So we're just gonna have to kind of toy with this a little bit. That'll work. Oops. Okay, now the inside of the eye. Don't know why it looks weird, but it does look weird. Yeah, we'll get there. Okay, background, not worried about. Okay, I believe that what's her face is the same as well. Yeah, I think I made her like her skin tone is exact. Okay, so this is panel 2. Let's not put ourselves into any like weird spots. It seems too dark. Hang on a second. That just looks white. Oh, I know why it's darker. I know why it's darker. I do know why it's darker now. Because of how I shaded that. Okay, let's double check that's correct. Yep. Alright, now let's give her some nice color. Okay, what do we all got? What do we got here? Let's see. That'd be the neck. Coming down. Yeah, forget. Actually, I think that would be. There'd be a shirt here. Neck comes down. I don't know. I could probably get away with it either way. It's not really a huge deal by any means. Okay, now the inside, the mouth. Perfect. Hair. So her hair was a little bit of a darker shade of gray. Kind of closer to Layla's. A little darker for the opposite side. Okay. So for this, her little ears, it's basically a darker shade of that for these top things. Guess you could call those fins. Yeah, I'll just fill this little gap right here. Okay. Go back here, get a little bit of a lighter tone. It's kind of weird how that works in succession, but it does. Alrighty. Background, I'm not too entirely sure yet. That's going to be something we're going to have to play with. Alright. So panel 2's done. My god. Yeah, Brina looks kind of pale. I think I'm going to go back here and fix this real quick. Because this don't look right to me. Let's see. Because is there a color there, really? Or is my eyes just playing tricks on me? My eyes playing tricks on me. No, there's not a color there. I can't see anything. Like, I can't tell if there's even a difference. Oh, there I can tell. There I can tell. That looks like it's got color in it. Okay, I can't tell if the thing's just derping today or if it's just, I don't know. Okay, anyways. On to the next one. Let's see, we need to go 1, 2, 3. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. Okay, just go like that, put that underneath. The color layers always have to go underneath the main lines. Okay, let's see. So that's her hair. That would be showing. That would be showing. Okay, so that would come down like that. Yeah, I think she's cool. I think she's cute. Alright, inside the eyes. Okay, skin. Okay, that's where her chin would connect. That's why there's no line there. Okay, this is interesting. So that'd be a little bit darker than that. Something like that. For this one, it's a slight little different shade. Okay, maybe at the front part. Okay, I think I got a little too dark. Let me try that again. Nope, not that color. So it's just a matter of getting that right tonality. Perfect. There we go. So I'm going to put that with that color. This needs to go to this color. And then there's... And then there's this part, which is going to be a little bit more on the... I think we're just probably going to go something like that for now. It'll all work out in the end anyways. Okay. Sorry, this character's only going to be on screen for like 5 seconds, so it's not really that big of a deal if it is a little off. Nothing really that huge of a deal, and I've learned to accept that. Like, if you're going to make comics and all that shit, you need to not look at everything as the most important thing imaginable. Otherwise, you're going to work yourself to death. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, now her eyes. Her eyes are trickier because of how her eyes are like built. Okay, so there's the outer part. Whoops. Bucket. There we go. Okay, now the inside part of the eye. Which is this color. Okay. That's weird how it almost matches. Very weird. Okay, now this part. Okay, then the end part of the eye. That good? Minus her eye color, of course. Like the white part of the eye. Okay. Now her fin things. Her ears, basically. Let's get the inside color. Okay. Not too bad. I do see some spots I missed. Whoops. And I'm grabbing every tool besides the one I need. Wonderful. Yep. Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will probably not be as long of a stream because of the fact that this is only 4 panels. So, yep, just bear with me, guys. Alright, 4. Yeah, especially this bottom one, it won't be that big of a deal because it's a head. It's just a floating head. That's hair. Oh. Okay, what do we got here? Ah, it's part of the hair. let's do the hair first. Really? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I see mistakes in art all the time like that, and I don't see them as issues. Okay, got the hair. Oh, whoops. Is it part of her eye? No, it's not. Okay, let's do the inside of the eye, or mouth first, because that's pretty easy. Perfect. Okay, eyes. Yeah, that's uncovered. Okay, now the inner part, this part. Then the pupil. Okay. Inside the eye. I swear I just felt that color. Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I am. This part. I swear I did. Okay, now her fin ear things. Okay, now the inside. See a spot I missed. Okay, then the background here, I have no idea what it's going to be. So that'll be interesting. Okay, so this top one is the bigger question mark for me in terms of what we're going to do for the shading and all that stuff. I think what I'm going to probably do is maybe something like a brooding kind of, I don't know, idea. Like where they're still terrified of her. Like add some mild shading underneath like the bangs and stuff, and put something like a blackness at the top where it's going to basically create like a shading effect regardless. There's not really a light source here, so I feel like we just go for adding some small little shadows to the undersides of the bangs, maybe to the insides of the ears, then just add something to the top. Sorry, guys. So, yep, that's the spot. So we don't have to do a two-tone thing for this. But what I need to do is I need to get this color. I need to go a little bit more darker than that. And then just add some shades. Shades? No, shadows. Okay, let's see what I'm going to have to do here. Yeah, that's like flat against the face, so it wouldn't have that much shadow giveaway. You'd hear you'd hear you would hear it. Wow. Shadows have apparently sound now. Interesting. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, there's no definitive light source here, so we're just going to kind of put some shadows where we would believe they'd be, or where they most likely would be, which is on the forehead. There's usually another trick that I do, but it's kind of it's kind of hard to do it at this point of the drawing. The like the layering, how it's layered, makes it hard to do it, and it's actually really good for the effect that I'm going for. But yeah, I don't want to die. The year just started, guys. I don't want to die this early. Okay, just some simple shading for the inside of the ear. Okay, let's go do it on the opposite side. Okay, not bad. And there probably is a way that I could do it, but it would be a pain in the ass, be a lot of erasing. Basically, the idea that I'm going for is to add like a, like, go like, maybe, that underneath the bangs. I mean, there you can really not even tell that it's there, honestly, but if I were to do that kind of effect, it'd be a darker color, like this. But yeah, see how that kind of adds like more realism to it? Kind of gives it a more realistic look. Maybe that actually might not be that difficult. Let me try this. Okay, what I'd have to do is have to put that on a separate layer then. Let's try this. Let me see if I can actually make this effect. It's a very, very, very mild amount of shading. Then just erase the excess. This is why it's kind of a tricky one to do. This is definitely why it is a much trickier one to do. Now, if it was just like where I could layer it underneath the bangs, then yeah, it'd be easy as fuck to do. But yeah. I mean, it is probably possible to do. It's just going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to clean up. Well, let's try it, guys, I guess. Yeah, I don't like it. It is a cool effect, but I feel like there's something we can do that's way easier than that. So yeah, I think we're okay. All right. Let's do Layla next. Like, that's all I'm really going to do. I'm just going to add those little shadows just to kind of give it something. But given there's no definitive light source, there's no real direction for the shadow to follow. Just kind of cut that down a little bit. Okay, that shadow looks like dog shit. Let's just try that again. much better. Not perfect, but better. Okay, now I gotta do this underside of this bang. Nope, that looks sloppy. Okay. Oh, inside the ear. We'll get a good look. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna make this look like dog shit. It'll be fine. All right. Another thing that I could also do is go something like do the airbrush trick. Just need to make it way smaller than that. I don't know which way is which here. Like just to kind of give it a little bit of something, just so it doesn't look bland. And again, this is the kind of like work that I can handle without too much work being put on me. Nope, too small, too small. There we go. I think I did this with another page as well. Like really when I started toning down like the effects, like the amount of work that was going into the shading and all that shit. Once I started realizing exhaustion was kicking in, and yeah, I don't want to die. Really? What am I doing? That is so weird how that worked. Just to kind of give it a little bit of volume. Just so it looks somewhat, realistic. Even though it isn't realistic, it's cartoony. Okay, not bad. Now I've just got to do the thing where I make it look... I think I know what I want to do here. It's just going to be a... It always is a pain in the ass. What am I saying? One of these things. Like one of these things. But I got to put it in the right spot first. Yeah, I'm just going to do it the hard way. I don't think I like the position of it. Maybe more like right here in this spot. That might do the trick. Alright, now we just gotta do the very careful task of just not erasing important stuff, which is not easy. I would do it with the airbrush tool, but the problem is that's kind of impossible, given how the structure of this works. This is just where I've got to be very, very careful and precise. And if you're wondering what that is, it's an asset. And no, I do not consider assets cheating. Nor do I consider it like a thing you shouldn't do, just like how people say you shouldn't use references. Here's the thing. If it's a tool and it's available, I'm gonna fucking use it. If it makes my life easier and gets this job done faster, then yeah, you bet your ass I'm using it. You bet your flicking ass that I am doing, because it looks good, it's simple, saves me time, saves me a lot of stress, and that's all that matters, right? If it looks good, that's all I care about. I want to give you guys good content, and yeah, that's the key to it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, what about the opacity? I mean, that should be fine. I kind of like how... Oh, I see that. Let me get rid of that. Right there, too. You're seeing the spots that I missed. The only thing is they look too glowy. Now we need to give them a little bit more darkness. So I think I know how to do that. It's basically what we said we were going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go above the main trace line. I'm going to get an airbrush. I'm going to do something like this. Does that have to be from the bottom? Oh, maybe it's from the bottom. Let me see something. Okay, where does the darkness need to actually come from? That's the question. Because the brooding, usually you have the darkness coming down. But it doesn't look right. Because it's not layered in like properly. Like more something like that probably is correct. As long as it's above them, that's fine. This I can work with. Let's just see what happens. There's our motto again. Okay, here I've actually got to be a little bit more careful because of the fact that it goes over everything. This does help a ton of cleanup and stuff like that. You don't want to be too dependent on it. That's one thing I've had to learn very, very much the hard way. There. Okay. Yeah, now if all of like the excess gone, it looks 10 times better. But I am seeing an issue, and that's this. But maybe I can just do something like that, and it'll work just fine. Let's do that manually. I see that. That's the thing with assets. They can either be they're cool, but God, can they be a pain in the ass too? What the fuck? Whoa. How in the hell did that happen? Okay, I don't know how I turned that off, but okay, that already looks cool. I like that. That's a really cool effect, especially for the effect that I'm going for. My only question is, what is all this? That's got to be part of the layer one. Oh, it's part of this? No. No, it's not. 9. Okay, so it is part of the misty smoke thing that I'm kind of trying to achieve here. Just go back over that. That looks fine. And then with text on, yeah, it gets the point across. It definitely gets the point across. Alright, let's just not do that for now. Alright, guys, I think panel 1 is pretty much finished. Not to panel 2. Okay, so this is a two-tone situation. Not a hard one, thank God. Side angle's always pretty easy. Sorry, excuse me. Need a little thicker brush than that. Okay. I think the place I start at is the face. So for the face, it would just be like, and then just kind of goes out. You just basically follow the curvature of the face. It's exactly what you do. Kind of a bump for that where the lip is. Kind of looks like you got a second face. Oops. Did I not just turn you back on? Thank you. Oh, oops. We'll do the hair in just a second. You'll see the exact idea I'm going for here in just a second. And down to about 26. Okay. For some reason it's a little too dark. Maybe that'll change as I move along. Okay, let's make another one for the hair. So for the hair here, we just kind of want to create... Whoa. Something along the lines of that for now. And then what I usually do is I just... No, I gotta trim the color layers first. Just so the thing doesn't go overboard. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. No, I'm not. Sorry. God. Okay, that's the one, yep. Okay, turn that off. Go back to panel 1 for a second and get rid of all that shit. Luckily, that's not too much of a hard of a race. Okay. Close panel 1. Turn that off as well. Alright. Now we can do this. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just making a humongous shadow. Very common effect you see in anime, and sometimes real life stuff too. Okay, see that as well. But with the hair, I usually just like shape the light into place manually. So it's strange that I started out by just doing something like that. Okay. We'll start about 26%. That's usually where I put it. Yeah. Correct idea, just not the right shaping. And that's why I do it separate, so that it doesn't get involved with the skin. Okay. This is kind of where things go backwards. So stuff you're usually like trying to erase your coloring instead. It's kind of weird. But it is a cool effect. Now I just gotta get this to line up correctly. I gotta go help my mom. BRB, guys. Okie doke. Yep, I just gotta help out with the dog sometimes, guys. So let's see. What were we doing? Oh yeah, her hair. The lighting. Okay, so this isn't that difficult. This angle is actually really easy to work with. It's the ones where it's like at the front face. That's where things get really difficult. That or from the top. Or at like a weird angle. Okay, I remember there was one that I had to do for Inktober. And it was basically that case. The character was like sitting in a very strange pose, which I just put on myself. And yeah, I couldn't figure out how the lighting worked. Eventually I did get it, but yeah, it was work. It was definitely work. That was the one where I had to kind of take a little tiny bit of a break from drawing for a minute just so that I could recover. Let's see. Just try and even this out. Okay, that don't look too bad. Alright, now this side as well needs to have some light. It's merely the first strand. The outside strands are kind of a different story. Something like that. Yep. Yep. Okay, I see something. I just need to make a shadow. First two strands is usually enough to really get the hint across. Maybe a little bit on the ears. And we'll do it, why not? Okay, that's behind her ear, so you wouldn't even see any light there. Maybe I can go one more strand back, just not with this much light. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna... For some reason I can't do the straight lines today. Yeah, then again, it's been a minute since I've done this, so... Close. Yep. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that would be lifted because of the ears. So, yeah, I feel like that's okay. Let's add some shadows. Just a mild amount. Right here. Just not that. Just not that angle. Right here. We're only going for the big ones. The ones that would be the most obvious. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go with the airbrush trick. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, not too bad. Okay, a little darker than that. Okay, not bad. Not too bad. Yeah, I'd say that looks fine. Alright. Oh, I see one little spot that I can add shadow. That's to the inside of the mouth. So let's go something like, I believe it's like this. Yep. Okie doke. I do see those though. Those need to go. I'm learning. Alright. Basically the same exact trick here too on panel 3. Same exact trick, except different angle. Alright, let's do one for the face first. Oh, this is actually going to be a little bit more tricky. Yeah, we'll get it. It'll work. Something like that. Bump underneath teeth. That goes across. And from the chin down, kind of goes down like that. I believe. Okay. Yeah, it looks like she's like got a second face. That's all it looks like. It looks like she's just got a second face, like. Okay, that's all like darkened already. Okay, so we're gonna have like a little spot for the underside of her chin. Alright, well. Let's just see what happens. Just try her and see what happens. Eyes and everything. Well, not everything, but just the main area of the face. Yes, I know this isn't the most efficient way to do this, but it's my way of doing it. Okay. Maybe a tiny smidget would show. Yeah, like maybe about right there. And essentially what we're doing here is we're just creating a giant shadow where shadows need to be. Something like that. Okay, these things. Okay. I did that wrong, didn't I? Okay. Now let's turn that down to, what is it, like 15? Yeah, about 15%. Okay, that don't look too bad. Just looks a little off back here, but yeah, we've definitely got some work to do there. But then again, I haven't added the other colors yet, so let's do that first with the hair. Oh, I see that. That'd be panel 1. Again, just a process of patience, because this will happen a lot more than once. Perfect. Okay, boom. It was like 26. Okay. Turn the colors back on. Yeah, with the extra color added now, it's starting to come together a little bit better. Alright, now I just need to add all the lighting to the hair, which is pretty simple. It's definitely not that much, but we'll get there. Be a little bit of shine right here. Yep. Perfect. Okay. That just kind of a slight little tin off the top of her head. Something like that. Something along those lines. Pretty close. Okay, now just the other strands. Or that. Okay, not bad. A little too wide, but man, why can I not nail these today? For some reason, these are just giving me the biggest amount of shit today. It'll work. Okay, let's keep going, because the hair strands do go back a little bit further here. Fucking hell. Feeling those. Okay, a little too much over this side a little bit. Oops. Okay, not bad. Let's do a little bit more on them. Damn it. Almost got it. Okay. Okay, I need a bigger brush than this. My god, I can't stay even for shit today. I think I can tell. Okay, that's not bad. I just don't like this up here. One more strand back. This time we're taking our time with this shit. Man, why can't they all just go that nice and easy? Why do they have to give me so much heat? The others just did not want to behave at all. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. He gets the point across. Whoops. This side. These ones are easy because I don't even have to see the end point. Okay, I think that this needed to go up. Something's just not right with the shading here. And I think that means it's shadows time. Darker color. Whoa. Oh, I forgot my brush was big. Okay, let's see if adding shadows to this might fix the issue that I'm facing. Okay, that looks like dog shit, but nope. That might work. Okay, now the shadow for this would need to be down here. So something, no, not like that. Too far out. Maybe if I can get a straight line. Maybe, guys. Maybe, just maybe, I might be able to make something if I can get a freaking straight line going here. Okay, let's just shape the shadow. What brush am I on? God, I felt like I was on, like, not the right one. Okay, this shadow is really starting to tick me off a little bit. I think I know why it is. I don't think it goes out. I think it stays inward and, like, comes out like that. Something along those lines. That looks better. I can't explain it. It just doesn't look light enough. Oh, for fuck's sake. My God, I can't draw a straight line today. I just can't draw a straight line. I am just incapable of drawing straight lines today. Shadows can be easy, or they can be tricky little bastards. Nope, too much. Okay. Now it's at the airbrush trick. Just to kind of give it a little bit of something. No. Yep, that's right way. Nope. No. Something like that. Okay, the inside of this also can have a shadow. A different layer, a different thing for that. Okay, how does the shadow shape go on this? I believe it's like this. Okay. I think that's good enough for her. Okay, this last one should be pretty simplified. Okay. 4. Here, black. Excuse me. What the fuck? Later. Okay. Let's do from the hair first. So the hair would come down like that. Just not that sloppy. My God, why can I not? With the straight lines today. Like today is just not my day. I've had days like this. Where nothing wants to go your way. Okay, which way do I want the light actually facing though? I guess from this side? Sure, why not? So yeah, let's do the hair first. focus on the hair first. Oops. That's part of the face. Okay, I can already tell that's incorrect. Let's be more, less curvy. Yeah, more like that. So the connection point would be right there. Because that's usually how it always looks. Is it something like that? Yeah, that works. For now. Alright, now the face. So, okay. How does this work? Go down of the nose, divot, bump, divot. I guess this is just one we're going to kind of figure out slowly but surely. Stop. Stop color selecting, please. I mean, I think I already got an idea of what I'm going to do, but okay, that's her eye. Just getting these little nuances, that's the pain in the ass. Okay, we just don't want to look like it's like right down the middle of her face. Kind of like it is right now. Unless when I turn the opacity down, it looks fine. Okay. That don't look right. Why is my eraser like not even doing anything? Like, yes, I'm on the right one. My intensity is up to max. Okay. I think the rest is just down to shadows. One right. Yes. Shadow would be on that side for that. What's that face? Okay. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So first things first, let's add the light to these things. Okay, for some reason I can just not do lighting today. Today is just not a lighting day. Well, too bad. We're getting it done. Okay, not bad. Just sloppy. Okay. Okay. Same thing here, except smaller, because Jesus. Okay. I put it. Yep, it's on the fucking opposite side. Oh well, I'll take that one. That was an oopsie on my part. Had the light hitting the hair from the wrong side, so you see doing it the other way that I forgot. It's annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. God no. Probably the worst thing in the world is when you put something on the wrong layer and it's you put a lot of like time and effort into it, only to realize it's on the wrong layer and you're like, "Are you kidding? Are you freaking kidding me?" Yeah, that's the most annoying thing is when you've been working for hours on something and all of a sudden, boom, there goes all your progress because you accidentally put it on the wrong layer. Can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's not how shadows work. Try it out. Okay. It's this connection that's driving me crazy. It just doesn't feel, that doesn't feel natural. It feels off. Okay, I think we're almost there. Let me see if this might just get the job done, because I really do not feel like putting shadows on all those. Let's go do this correctly. Hits this way. Yep, so the shadow would be on this side. It's a little too dark. Okay, go back to the skin one. Yep, that's the one. Give these some shadows. Whoops. Way too big. God damn it. Ugh, excuse me. fuck's sake. Okay. Maybe give her a little gleam in her eye. That might do the trick. Just gotta figure out what's what here. Oops, not that. Nope, all I need is an airbrush. Intensity down just a little bit. Big tip, if you ever want your eyes to look more realistic, add a shine to them. Okay, panel 3. Let me see if maybe that is an option for for these two, because these just look a little dead to me. It's hard to explain. I mean, it really isn't, but... What the fuck kind of brush do I got? Oh my god. Stop. That looks okay. Okay, now their eyes can be left as is. I'll give them a gleam. Why not? Why the fuck not? We'll try it, see what happens. But I have to layer that correctly. So that would be like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay, that actually did give it a little bit of a gleam. Like a little bit of an extra color. Like, I can't help but feel... The second one just feels kind of bleh. Like, it feels like the color of, like, the skin and all that just blends too well together. But I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing. Ugh, most likely. Let me see if there's any panels that I accidentally left off. It's the hair color. Maybe darken it just a little bit. That looks better. That looks a lot more better because you can actually tell the difference between the colors. Like, that the hair is actually darker than the skin. So yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, now let's add in the actual, like, panel stuff and all that. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. I want to fix... I want to fix... This won't take that long. Oh, I see something I forgot to raise. I need to get to the right size first. So that'd be a 2. Now we just play the game of trying to get the pointer in the right spot. While also letting the fate not be a bitch. And of course doesn't. That'll work. Alright. I just wanted to fix that because that was bugging me. Okay, panel 1 looks fine as is. Panel 2... But I do need to add in the whimpers and all that stuff. Yeah, that thing. Panel... That that's fine. That too. Don't worry, we are going to do something with these backgrounds because I'm not leaving it like just blank space. Let's see. The second one can probably be left alone and be fine. But it kind of does still irk me a little bit. So maybe, let's see. So for the background color, we'd want something a little lighter gray. It's like... I mean, that's fine. Okay. Can't even see the line anymore. Yeah, I'd have to recreate that line. Yeah, that's alright. It's not a big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. So just give me just a second, guys. This is going to take a second. I need to put that below panel 3. This is just a matter of trying to get everything in the right spot and cooperation with my stylus. That'll work. It works enough. Alright. Now we can do what we were doing. I think. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just put it on that layer. Because if I do it the opposite way, it's not going to work. Okay, then down here... we can... I don't know. How do I see it like that? It's not... No, I don't like that. Okay. But making that was still a good idea. So count 2. I just need to make sure it's below everything. Is that what I think it is? Yep. Actually, I'm just going to put that on top of everything. There we go. Now it's not a problem. Here. No. Okay, I can see that, so that's a problem. Okay, I think I do know how to fix that, though. So, just go... just cover it up. There we go. All right. Okay, guys, I am so sorry about that. My thing just decided to be a dick-ass as usual. So, I don't know when we died, but hopefully it wasn't too much loss. I don't think it is, but yeah. Not really my fault. Literally nothing I can control. Okay, let's see what we can do for this final one, which I believe I know what I want to do here. I kind of want to do something like... Where isn't... Maybe if I can find it. There it is. Like joy. But I don't know if that is going to work. That shock. Well, let's just take a look. Okay. Radial line is a little too drastic. Could try the speed lines, like from the opposite side. So I need the right angle. Yeah, I could just flip it. Maybe something like that. I don't know. No. No, I don't get the right point across. Let's try. Oh, shit. Maybe the second one? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, just gotta turn on the opacity now so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Let's try this. Okay, just don't go too far over. Just get as close to the edge as I possibly can. Then we'll manually get rid of it. Yeah, that looks fine. For effect, I guess. Like I said, in the second part, this whole panel situation is going to be resolved. It's not going to be a problem anymore. So we won't have that problem in the future, hopefully. I figured out a way already how to avoid it. So it's not necessarily a huge issue at the moment. Just an annoyance. Okay, not bad. Just gonna keep that opacity down a little bit. Yep, I can already see some excess that I missed right there. Just a whole bunch right here. I think there's one more thing that I want to add because it's kind of fitting for this whole situation. I think it's these ones. So I can go above the color for this. Because there's a little twinkle sound effect. I don't know, something like that. Okay, now turn all the text layers back on. Okay, panel 1 is on. 2 needs to be on. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. So I just need to be on top of 3. I think this is going to be our cover layer because this is a problem. Oh, that's also a problem. So I'm just going to have to be very careful here. That's going to be tricky. I do think I can get that, but it's going to be tricky. I'm going to need a way smaller brush than what I've got. Yep, that'll work. Okay, I think we've got everything. 98, 99. Yep. Yep, that'll work. Okay, now I want to add another shiny thing to her. Let's see, where is it? Just kind of a small one. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I see another thing I need to get rid of, and I don't know which one that was. Good question. Well, it's one of the two. It's either this. Okay. Just double checking everything. I think this is done. I think we're pretty much done. So I think... Okay, that's page 15. God, we still got 7 to go. 7 pages left to go. Wow. Yay. Yeah, I think this is done for today. So yeah, it wasn't as much work as it wasn't too much work, thank God. It wasn't too much of a like chore to pull off. So thank God for that. Uh Other than that, yeah, this one was actually pretty down easy. It wasn't like too difficult to pull off. So yeah, I I guess I'm done. I don't know if I'm going to get back to this tomorrow. I probably should, honestly, because I need to get this finished. We're almost there. We are nearly there. But one page a day keeps the shit away. How the saying goes, one apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, one page a day prevents Sparrow from going insane. There you go. So I feel like that's a good enough amount of work for today. And I think now I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna go play some Wuthering Waves. So thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something if you want to learn how to draw. It's like I said a million times. I believe anybody can draw. Anybody can draw. It just takes a little bit of perseverance and a little bit of work to get there. I've been doing this for 1 year, and this is how far I am. This is all me. I only use the assets as effect, but all of the character drawings are all from my hand. That's it. Simple steps you can learn how to draw characters, or how to draw anything for that matter, because it's literally just a bunch of shapes and lines. But yeah, I'm gonna go now, guys, and yep, I'll see y'all next time, and have a great day